Come on, bohemian braids. Jesse look good, girl.
Thank you. I was hesitating going back blind because I was like, that just has left. But I was like, you know
Hey,
what?
Jess.
Stella got to get her groove back. Okay.
Hey, Jess.
Yes.
Nobody hardly asked how you doing. How's the family?
Oh, everybody's good. How are you?
Good and moving towards greatness.
I love that. I love that. All right. So let me go ahead and well, first off, how was trading last week? Beautiful setups. We pushed back down to that trend line on GU. How was trading for everybody this past week before we go into
Good.
okay, good.
Positive.
Good, good, good. Okay, so I told you guys that we were gonna do a psychology call. This is gonna be like a two-part call, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, which is actually gonna be a little bit awkward for me because I've never done this outwardly with people. So y'all just gotta like flow with me, okay? In addition to that, there are some things that I want you guys to think about while we go over really what we're gonna go over today. Um, but before I start, like we've done psychology calls in the past to a certain extent. We've done them where we've like really went and gone in depth in regards to trading plans. But when it comes to like mindset, does anybody ever remember me telling you guys that you should be journaling during trades? Like, how is it that you feel while you're in a trade? Because that is just a very pivotal and crucial component. And for anybody that's new to this call or a new student or whatever the case may be, a lot of people don't really take psychology serious until it kicks them in their butt. Okay. So if you are new to trading, I want to say that you are coming in with a clean slate. So I need you to take heed to the information that's being presented and actually listen to me so that you don't have to learn the wrong way or the hard way. People that are already in trading and advanced or whatever the case may be, you guys know exactly what I'm saying when I say that psychology is the most important part of trading. It is the part where after you learn the skill set and after you master the skill set and after you really master like your strategy, the application, or whatever the case may be, that you versus you part is so key. And you can't really finagle it, and you also can't jump over it like it was never there. You have to face yourself in the mirror, and that is a lot of people's hardest thing to do. We've also talked about in psychology where our certain I don't want to say behavioral patterns, but our upbringing and our frame of references also impact how we view money. And that will be different for everybody. So, as you go through your own individual journey of how you are becoming profitable and taking, taking, or tuning into your emotions while trading, that fear, that greed, sometimes fear is associated with people coming out of poverty, or fear is associated with losing money. Sometimes greed is associated with not having discipline, not really ever having to really work for anything in your life and stuff being handled to on a silver platter. That perfectionism is something that a lot of people can't jump over either because the market, as I've said many times, especially in you guys' course, is that the market is not picture perfect pretty. So it's not going to be a one all fits all, or it's not going to look the same every single time that you approach the market, which is why understanding the principles, especially in you guys' course, is extremely key and very, very crucial. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go through the first part of what today is. Um, and then I'm gonna end the call, and there's an activity that I want you guys to do while you're trading this week, and then we're gonna pick up the rest of the call. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. Give me a second, because I don't know why it's not. Um, hold on. Also, can y'all share y'all faces for tonight's call? Because I need everybody to pick up what I'm putting down. Okay. I need to make sure people fully present. This is not one of them calls that you want to be, cooking while you're listening to, or cleaning while you're listening to, or doing a million other things while you're actually listening to this call. This is definitely a call that you want to take heed to and actually participate in. Okay. Let me share screen. All right, so some of this stuff is stuff that we've definitely gone over many times before. Trading, basically psychology of self-discovery. So tonight I'm gonna really dive deep into mastering your emotions before we move on to the next part of, like, the traded plan and all of that stuff that we've gone over in the past. The first step that I want to go over tonight is really mastering your emotions. Okay, so wait, okay, here we go. So trading psychology, here are the key objectives for today's presentation. So understanding emotional triggers is a very, very big one that we're gonna dive into, but also stuff that I want you to take heed to and really focus on as I go over stuff. Develop disciplined habits. So what are you doing before you enter into the market? What are you doing before you approach your charts? Like, are when you guys wake up in the morning, do you guys have a structured routine of how you approach your day, or is it just a matter of like you wake up, um, you chill with your kids or whatever the case may be, you go to work, this and that. And when I say a structured routine, I don't just mean work at home, because most people's structured routine is I go to work and I come home. But like, what does your morning look like? Or are you waking up, scrambling, trying to figure out what you're gonna wear to go to work, this and that, and you're like dragging out the house? How many people, and this is all honesty, I want you guys to write in the chat, how many people actually have a weekly schedule that they follow? Like, do you plan your week, the week ahead, and every single day follow it through? Okay, I see some yeses, I see some I do. Some people say I don't. Yes, 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 no. Okay, so for the people who do not, that's very important. And it's something that, like, the more organized you are, the easier trading is going to be. The more clean you are, the easier trading is going to be. Jessica, what does cleanliness have to do with this? How you keep your environment shows your level of clarity. Your level of clarity is a direct correlation. Inside is a direct correlation to outside. Clutter being everywhere, stuff being chaotic, stuff being all over the place, is your inside manifesting outside and outward reality. So really check your environment. Like, is your office that you trade in tidy? Is your car tidy? Like, is stuff all over the place? Because again, that's gonna, like, are you one of those people that when you get in the car, you're stressing, you're going step by step, life's all over the place? Like, that's not gonna help you in your trading. That's consistent losses. Okay. Um, Implement effective strategies and then cultivate a growth mindset. So we're going to go over some of those strategies today, and then growth mindset, we'll get into that next week. So, okay, how do your emotions affect your trading decisions? I want people to write that out. Um, I'm not going to give you too much time to write that out, but I really want you guys to answer that question, because again, it's going to be different for everybody. And really think about that. When you're trading, do you get a lot of anxiety while you're in trades? Do you second guess yourself a lot while you're in trades? Do you not analyze, or do you not enter because you don't really trust your analysis? Or do you not enter because you're scared of losing money? Or when you enter, do you see the market going your way and put in a whole bunch of other positions because you see the market profitable? So then you're like, oh, I want to double down on this or triple down, and you place a whole bunch of orders and then it goes the opposite way. Um, when you are trading and let's say you're in consolidation and the market's consolidating a lot, and you've been in the trade for, let's say, a day or two, do you pull it before it ever even reaches where it's supposed to go because you're freaking out about the consolidation? Or when you're in consolidation, when the market goes up in profit just a little bit, do you take it because you want to just gain that and then the market literally goes right back down and then pulls to exactly where you needed to go, but you took profit way too early because you were freaking out and wanted to take the little bit of breadcrumbs that you saw? Um, what's another emotional thing? When you are in profit, do you feel super overjoyed or do you feel very like calm and collect? When you're losing a trade, do you check it all the time? Like, do you start freaking out, wondering like, okay, is this going to turn around? Are you removing your stop losses, hoping that stuff turns around? Are you freaking out while you are in profit so that you close things early, or you might take partials because you're like, I don't really know what this is going to do? Or do you put another trade in the opposite direction trying to hedge the position because you didn't really trust that one before you took it in the first place? I'm just coming up with a whole bunch of scenarios in my head, but y'all get my drift. So I need you guys to write all of that down. Well, not write everything that I said down, write whatever you actually feel when you're analyzing. I need you to write that down. Okay. And be honest with yourself. Like today is all about honesty because the only way you can fix the problem is to really dissect and understand the problem. Okay. Just from a show of hands, when people are in profit, are you overjoyed or are you calm? Aku said calm, Malaysia calm, 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 50-50, chilling, calm. Okay, good. Sierra overjoyed. Okay. When you see drawdown, how you feel? Do you have anxiety or are you calm? Julius, calm, calm, calm. Depending on the amount, that's fair. Okay. Slightly nervous. All right, cool. All right. Your reaction to loss. How would you manage your emotions and decisions after experiencing a significant loss in trading? This is very important. Do you go to the drawing board, analyze why you got the trade wrong, go over your position, go over your entry, go over your lot size, like why did I even put this much on this trade or put too little on this trade or whatever the case may be? What are those feelings like? Also, if you got a loss, hmm, do you start revenge trading? Like, oh, I'm about to get back what the market just took from me. Oh, hell no. I'm about to go get my money back. Like, what are your feelings? Do you place a series of other trades after that? Maybe let's say you're not necessarily revenge trading, but you place another trade and then you lose that trade again. Then you place another trade and then you lose that. Then you place another trade and you lose that. And you be like, dang, you start thinking like, dang, what I'm doing wrong. Like, okay, you're not necessarily freaking out, but you're like, okay, what's going on? It's very important, anybody who takes a series of losses. And when I say a series, I take that as more than three in a row. You need to sit that ass down. Sit down. Okay. And I don't mean it from what I want you to not do is mess up your psychology. Your mind is so fragile until you callous your mind. Like you have to become numb to this. All right. If you should be calm whether you're winning a trade or losing a trade. And when I say losing a trade, I mean in drawdown before your position hits where it needs to go. You should have a very calm state. Okay. If you are taking a trade and you lose a trade, You should not be jumping quickly into the next trade. You should definitely be analyzing that first position to really see what did I see that made me get into this trade in the first place. And then once I got into this trade, what did I see to necessarily, like when I talk about my point A's to point B's, what did I see that was like that next stopping point of where it was going? And if I lost the trade, what happened? Like, was there a break of structure that I didn't see, that I just held the trade too long? Did I try to take it from a major structure TP2 and my minor structure is like going against me because it's pulling back way further than I thought it would. Like, I need you guys to answer these questions while you're actually in these trades. And if you lose a trade, those are the answers that you need to have. You don't just lose a trade and then look at the market and say, okay, I see GJ setting up for a buy. I see divergence. Let me hop in this too, because those string of losses start to really mess with your mind. And then once you mess with your mind, at that point, you have to really take a break. When I said sit that ass down, I wasn't even saying it as a joke. Like, it sounded joking, but I'm really serious. You should always be analyzing, but that doesn't mean that you're always taking your positions. That bars pattern that you have in the last 4 weeks of the course, that bars pattern is not something that is just in the last 4 weeks of the course. That is every time you approach your market and you are analyzing, that bars pattern is what's building your psychology. Seeing that play out back to back to back to back to back is what is like, okay, I know I got this. I know the market's going to reach there. So even if you are in a little bit of drawdown, you can look at that from all of your previous trades that it hit and be like, okay, the market eventually got there. Let me just be a little bit more patient. Make sense? All right, this is pretty much self-explanatory, but emotions can significantly impact trading outcomes. They often lead to impulsive decisions. Maintaining a disciplined mindset is crucial for consistently achieving successful trades. Now, these three essentials for disciplined trading: developing a trading plan, which we already talked about, and we're going to go into a little bit more next week. Practicing emotional awareness, which we're going to get deep into today, and then staying committed to your rules. We all know that an exceptional trader and a great trader and a trader in general, you have to stay committed to your rules, not your feelings. Your feelings are always going to sway day by day. We are emotional creatures. We are human beings. We have emotions. Certain things happen to our lives. Some people go to work and have a great day. Some people come home and had a not so good day, and that could carry over to the next. Some people have children and things could be going on in your children's lives. Legend has pneumonia right now, and damn, I was freaking out, scared. Okay. Like, the real life happens. And you have to adapt to whatever is going on. And when things are going on that are out of your control, that you are like having anxiety about, or whatever the case may be, understand that that will carry over to your trading and you need to sit on your hands for a moment. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emotional
Yes.
versus
Yes.
rational trading approaches. Emotional traders often act on feelings rather than facts, and rational decision is based on analysis and logical reasoning prevail. Okay, so emotions versus logic. We all know, like, we should tap into our logical mind opposed to swaying with our emotions. Now, we talked a little bit about losses, but I want to know, how do you handle it? So how would you handle a loss in trading? What strategies can you implement to maintain your discipline and mindset? So can people drop a few in the chat? Like, when you're dealing with losses or whatever the case may be, what are some things that you do to get back into your flow? Some people can go work out. Some people can go on a date. Some people can go and, go ground yourself, go on a walk. Okay, some people are talking about the charts. I'm talking about the mindset. Like, how do you get your mindset back aligned? Are there any affirmation people in here? Aku said meditate. That's a good one. Devotional, Shakita, good job. Fabiola said, I go to sleep. Girl, go to sleep and start over. I get it. Wrote an affirmation book. I keep it on me. Oh, you should share that with the group. Breathe. Okay, cool. Okay, so
I definitely will. I'll link it in the community.
you should. Okay, so when I said that this is going to be a little odd for me because it's very odd for me. But okay, so I first got into meditating back in like 20, no, yeah, like 2019, I believe. Around the prayer closet time. But I'm definitely like, okay, so first off, let me say this. Meditating don't replace your prayers, okay? Because I'm real big. I'm not a universal girly. I'm a God girly, and God made everything. I believe in heaven. I believe in all of that. I don't believe that, there's a universe and all of the like chakras and all of that stuff, but I do believe in like just sitting still, like even the scripture that says, be still and know that I am God, okay? So I do believe in just sitting still and actively visualizing yourself in different realms before you even get there. Everything that I have, when I tell you that I have literally set and like just like even before my birth, I was just imagining loyal coming out because y'all know I gave birth at my house. And when I tell you, I was low key freaking out. It was two parts. I knew I didn't want to give birth in a hospital, but I knew that my fear was, what if something goes wrong? And I had to silence that out by my positivity and actively speaking into myself. Okay. And I'm saying I'm using that example because that is one of the strongest wills that I had to pull out of me more than trading. It was, I'm about to bring a live, breathing, human, healthy, beautiful child into this world. And it was a outer body experience that I had to tap into. But that tapping into was constantly visualizing loyal coming out of me in my living room and coming out healthily, and that everything was going to be right no matter what. Everything was going to be okay. I kept having to tell myself that. So we're gonna do a meditation. When I said I first started meditating in 2019, there's this guy. I don't know if y'all heard of Dandapani before, but one day it was like around those times I was super sad and I was just trying to get my life together and I was super broke driving my Toyota Corolla and I was just at the gym one day and I needed to wait on the rest of my clients. So I went and sat in the car and then he said, I want you to imagine that your heart and it's like this light in the middle of your heart. Now I want you to take your fingers, like it literally was like, I want you to feel something at the tip of your fingers and it's a light that's gonna travel all the way to the center of your heart. Then I want you to do it in the left hand, then the right foot. And then it was like, I really started to feel like this energy that was like sourcing to the middle of me. And then talking about like it just being your highest realm and your highest power that's inside of you, and that you would literally will manifest everything that you want. Okay, so that's how it started. All right, so I'm gonna do my own little meditation walk with y'all. Okay, so this ain't what I do, so don't judge me because it might not sound like it's supposed to sound. I'm not about to be all super zen with y'all with the music in the back, but I need y'all to just follow what I'm saying. Okay, so we gonna close our eyes and we gonna do it the just way, but we gonna close our eyes and we gonna get it together. Okay. All right. So it's super awkward for me. So maybe I should stop sharing my everybody's okay. So y'all cameras on. So I'm gonna keep my cameras on too. Okay. So all right, just to be serious because serious moment it is a little awkward. Okay. All
Girl.
right. So you said what?
I said, you got it, girl.
I do got it, but it is a little awkward. Okay. All right. So seriously though. All right. So for real, I need everybody to close y'all eyes. Okay. So close your eyes. Everybody eyes ain't closed. God see some person looking at me. And some person smiling. Close your eyes. Dang it. It's awkward for me. So, okay. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Okay, let's be serious, guys. All right. So I need everybody to really close your eyes. I need everybody to take a deep breath in through your nose, and I need you to really hold it and slowly exhale through your mouth. All right, so I need you to let your body relax and let your mind quiet down. I need you to fully be present. And I want you to imagine yourself sitting at your trading setup, whatever that may be. All right, your screens are on, your environment is clean, you understand your charts, your trading plan is clear. Everything is perfect in this moment, in this space that you're in. You're calm, you're grounded. You understand in this moment, you are not chasing anything. You're not hesitating. You're just fully being present. It's just you and your charts. Price is moving. Okay. You start to see your setup forming. It's a pair that you know like the back of your hand. So whatever your pair is, whether it's GU, whether it's gold, whether it's NASDAQ, whether it's US 30, whatever it is, you see your setup forming perfectly. It's everything that you've been waiting for. You have literally analyzed and know exactly where you need price to go before you execute this. It aligns perfect with your strategy. It aligns perfect with your confluences. You don't second guess it. You're not overthinking it. You simply execute. You know your structure. You see your structure. You see your minor structure. You see your perfect entry. You have all of your confirmations, and it's all crystal clear. Now you click the trade. You breathe deeply. You're not obsessing over the chart. You're not staring at profits and losses. You're not staring at the fluctuations. You're just trusting your analysis. You trust your take profit. You set your stop loss exactly where it needs to be set for your comfort level and where you know the charts to be. You know the outcome is already taken care of because you have done your part up until this point. You guys are all in the course. Everything is already together for you. This course gave you everything that you need, and you have everything aligned for you. So in this moment, the market is moving and you are calm, you're patient, your mind is strong. Now, suddenly, okay, the market starts stalling a little bit. Price starts to consolidate. You see some wicks forming. You're trying to discern, do you have momentum? You're trying to discern if you have exhaustion. The candles get a little bit choppy, and you start to feel your heart speed up just a little bit. You want to question yourself, but you don't flinch. Because again, in this moment, you know this is where most traders panic. This is where most people exit too soon, but not you. You have every confirmation in the world as to why you got in this setup in the first place. You have already back tested everything and you know this moment. You have trained for this. You trust your edge. You trust your plan. You stay in the trade, calm, still, confident. Now the market starts to push again. Pip by pip, you see your profit climbing, and it's climbing towards your target, tick by tick. You're staying calm. You don't get greedy. You don't interfere. You just let the market breathe. You're in extreme profit. You're detached. You're professional. You're focused. Now it's approaching the zone exactly where you need it to go. Your take profit hits, and boom, all that money is now secured. But you didn't just win money. You won self-control. You won mental mastery. You didn't break under pressure. You executed with power. You honored your process. And now you're sitting there, not as a lucky trader, but as a skilled one. So there's this breathing technique that I always do where when I first learned how to meditate, they will always talk about how you breathe in for a 4 count, then you hold for 2 seconds, and then you breathe out 6 seconds. Okay. So that's what we're going to practice today because I want you, when you're in your trades, I want you to feel that. And I want you to come back to this moment if you guys ever need to. So I need everybody to feel it in your chest. I want you to breathe in and I want you to inhale belief on a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2. Now you're exhaling fear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now inhale discipline. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you're holding for 2. Exhale doubt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale certainty. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale overthinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in trust. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, breathe in confidence. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Now you're exhaling anxiety. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. You're going to inhale focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. Exhale noise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. You're going to inhale clarity on 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it and exhale confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So when you're ready, I want you to bring your body back into awareness. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, whatever the case you need to, and open your eyes. All right. Now, again, that's something that I used to do often when like anytime that I felt like that level of anxiety that a lot of people feel in the market, because just understand, like, I'm human too. I felt it. And, the higher your account even goes, you're always going to reach a level of where you have to overcome yourself in the market. You have to overcome who you are. You have to overcome and reach that next level of yourself. There's a book that I was reading. I read the book in like a week and a half. I don't know if people know I'm doing this. I'm doing 75 hard right now. Me and Mike on like day 40, or no, day 30. I don't remember. Day 35. I don't know. I need to check my calendar in the living room, but you have to read 10 pages. This one book I ran through in like a week and a half. It's called You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And he's like this military person, but he talks about callousing your mind. And
Gog is a beast. Gog
yeah,
is a beast, Jess. I love him.
yeah. So he talks about callousing your mind and how every situation that you are now encountering or have to encounter, or whatever the case may be, you have to choose the uncomfortable thing and choose the thing that is not the easiest, uh, When people talk about the least path of resistance, you have to choose what's not easy. You have to choose the hard because constantly choosing what's hard is literally how you grow as an individual and how you reach that next level. So even when it comes to like, let's say you are very comfortable trading and let's say you're consistently profitable, but you're only consistently profitable on, let's say, half a standard. And now you need to raise it to the next level. And now you have to like really inch yourself up to now consistently see a certain amount in your account so that you can where Fabiola talked about last week, withdrawing her $20,000. Like everybody should be at the point. If you've been in this course longer than I would say, if you've been in this course for 2 years, everybody should be at least a $10,000 withdrawal consistently. You have to constantly reach that next level in yourself. So, what is your next level that you're trying to reach? How are you going to reach it? What are these goals? We talked about at the beginning of the year, we talked about compartmentalizing our goals and having a certain amount at the end of the first quarter, at the end of the second quarter. We're now in July. This year is flying by. We're in month 7 of this year. The first half of the year is gone. We got 5 more after this month, 5 more months. Okay. So I want you guys to reflect like how many people like when you were doing that exercise did you actually feel like did y'all actually feel it or was it like okay, I knew that was fake as hell.
No, I could visualize it. I thought it was really helpful.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. I felt it. Very
Okay.
relaxing. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Annette. Hey girl.
Hey.
Hey Annette's daughter. Okay. Oh, just side note. I really love that it be people and their family up on this call. Like you and your daughter, Fabiola said her 10-year-old daughter is learning trading and taking the course. And then we had Miss Fabian on here where I think it was Miss Fabian with her husband last week. Whoever it was. But I just love that it's like, families getting the wealth together. That's so beautiful. But in this. What did that moment feel like when you hit take profit? Like visualizing. What did it feel like? Because I want you to feel that in real life when you're on your charts. I want you to be that calm every time you place a trade. I want you to be that calm every time you're approaching the point where you're getting ready to place a trade. When you see your confirmations or whatever you're supposed to see for you to get in that trade when it comes to your confluences, I want everybody to feel that level of stillness and that level of calmness. Again, I've said this before, but if you have anxiety before you place a trade, you should not be placing the trade. If you're freaking out before you place the trade and like, I don't really know, that is not a trade you need to be in. That level of surety and that level of mm, definitiveness is what you should feel before you place a trade. Like I know this is going to hit there. It's not a doubt in my mind before I place a trade. If I'm placing that trade, I know where it's going. Even when we did that analysis the week before last, where I said, okay, this first part was selling. I already knew that was going to hit here. The next part, we know we going up. Everything after we go up, we got to wait confirmations on. But this next part, we have confirmation for that this is going to this next point and taking it step by step like that. Like when I made y'all give that vow, like, okay, we don't know what's going to happen way down the line, but right here, what we see, once we have this break and retest after this divergence is already here and this zone is here, and we're at this negative 61.8 on this fib and all these confluences align, it's no reason why you shouldn't get in that position. And once you get in that position and you're in the position, it's no reason why you don't let it carry out. Everybody has admitted that they had that trade where they were a shadow of a doubt sure that it was going to go there. You should feel that feeling before you place every trade that you place. And if you don't feel that feeling, you should not place the trade. I do not, and people can judge me for it, whatever. I don't care. I don't believe in that probability bullshit when it comes to trading. Like, oh, 50% of this is going to do this and this and that. No, don't take a trade that you're not sure about. People say, oh, anything happens in the market. Okay, that's why we don't trade from here until 3 weeks from now. We take the trade step by step as a day trader. We're taking it step by step. What am I sure about? You're protecting your profits. Keep your hands up and fire when you have an opening. It's like boxing. We're not getting hit out here. Situational discernment, situational awareness in life, but also in the market. Okay. What were you doing differently in that version of yourself that we just did visualizations with that you do in your reality? You don't have to tell me, but write that down for yourself. Now, what would your trades or what would your results look like if you traded like that every time? Now that's a real one. What beliefs for you have to die for you to step into that version of yourself? These are some affirmations. I have a whole book list. It's crazy because when I was coming up with when the PowerPoint for today, I went through my old like the thing is off of it, but I went through my old like notebook of like me when I started trading and like all of these like notes and stuff. And I went to some of the effort. Oh, y'all can't see this. Can y'all see it now? Okay. So this whole notebook right here. Oh, wait. So wait. Okay. So this whole notebook was my first like trading notebook. Okay. And in it, I had some affirmations in here, but these were the ones that like stuck out to me to write today. Um, Like even I don't even know, I don't even talk like this, but I was like, right here it says you're a gladiator. I have just like all this stuff in here. But anyways, the power of how you start your day, um, the power of spoken word, like just I was like very like you're not average, you're made for greatness. Like this whole notebook is between affirmations and like trading notes. And in that, those were a couple that I pulled. I'm actually gonna go through and find my favorite ones and put them in the community. But you're no longer available for self-sabotage. At the point in my life when I was trying to figure this out, I was really self-sabotaging myself because I was not putting forth the energy that was allotted to be a successful trader at that time. Before I really learned the skill set, I definitely was gambling. I treated it like a side hustle opposed to my life change and what I really wanted from trading. When I first got into it, I didn't really know the depths of what it could become until it became that. I remember when I told y'all that I lost that $100,000, but I really lost that $100,000 off of gambling because I made the $100,000 off of gambling. I didn't have a clear strategy. I remember one time being in the gym and just popping four standards on gold because I just saw it running. And like as soon as it was a hella in profit, I just closed it and was like, ah, got it. Okay. And then lost some money. And I just was a complete wreck. Okay. Like when I look back on like certain things that I did in trading, I just used to be like, y'all gotta do this. I was playing trading like it was a video game. Like I'm telling you, I will be all the way up and then just close it. And it worked. It really worked. It worked, but I was gambling my ASS off up until the point where I placed a standard on US 30 and it was gone. All that money gone. Okay. Um, I trade from alignment, not emotion. And I am already the disciplined trader that I once prayed to become. Okay. All right. So this is your homework that I want you to do this week before we step into our next part of psychology next week. So when you are trading this week, these are the three questions that I want you to ask yourself and really note take on. So you can take a picture of it with your phone. It's really simple, not too much thought in it, but it's very impactful and important. Okay. What are you feeling before, during, and after the trade? So whatever trades you place this week, whether it's two, you can honestly make your week off of no more than three trades. Like you don't have to have a lot of trades to hit your goal. They just have to be sound, concrete trades. So between 1 and 3 trades, I want you to take this week if you're already trading. If you're still in a course, this is not for you. This video is on YouTube, so it will always be there for you to go back to once you get to this point in your learning process. But right here, what are you feeling before, during, and after your trade? So before you ever get in any trade this week, right? How you feel, like what are your spirits like? Like when I just told y'all last week, I had to check myself and not trade because Legend had pneumonia. Like it was a very like emotional. My baby keep coughing and he sound like what is going on? And these doctors out here got me messed up. Okay. During the trade, once you actually take it, during the trade, how do you feel? And then after the trade, like again, during the trade, are you calm? Like, are you anxious? Like, take heed and really be self-aware and address that. Next, what did you do? Did you stick to the plan or deviate? Don't lie because this is only going to help you, okay? And it's also you against you. What did you do? Did you stick to the plan or deviate? And lastly, what was the outcome of the trade? All right, so I want everybody to put that in their notes, okay? All right, so I'm gonna see y'all next week. Um, did y'all think tonight was corny? Because our show was like, I don't really know
It
how.
was great.
It
Thank
I
was
you.
very
loved it.
I
good.
enjoyed it. I
Okay,
It
enjoyed it.
was much needed, much
Needed,
needed.
much needed.
Yes, it was
okay, well, I
good.
thought that I was like,
It was great. It was
you
great.
know
I
how
enjoyed it.
like, you know how on YouTube when people be doing a little, or when you go to like a yoga class and they just get the like calm voice. I need everybody to breathe into your nose and out your mouth. And just, I was like, but
It was
okay.
great.
We gotta do it more
Yeah.
often. Gotta do it more
You-
often.
It was right on
Okay.
time.
Okay. Oh, first Monday of the month is tomorrow. So we have
Ah,
a call tomorrow night.
Yay.
We'll get back on psychology next week, but tomorrow night, first Monday of the month, we have our call. Okay. Get y'all questions together, whatever questions y'all have. And
Jess, before you,
ready 8 p.m. tomorrow. Yes, Shakita.
I have a question. Like, I meant to ask you this for a while, but since you have kids now, what does your 24-hour routine look like with reviewing charts and all that stuff? Because kids are unpredictable. So it's always like difficult for
Do
me.
y'all ever see what time
Be
I
up
wake
at four
up? You
o'clock in
know
the
what? I'm
morning.
gonna make a video of my days. Do y'all see what time I wake up in the morning?
yeah,
Yes,
4 o'clock in the
yeah.
morning.
4 or 5, you're in the gym.
I'm at the gym at 4:30. I literally had to get like because I have kids now, I have to do everything before they wake up. That's the only way that my life can stay like where it needs to be. I have to do everything before they wake up because during the day, everything goes towards them. If I'm not working out at 4:30 a.m., then my whole day is kind of off for the most part. And then trading wise, typically, like when even when I write in the chat and y'all see it's like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, typically Sundays for sure, I stay up the whole night for the most part. For on Sundays because I'm trying to be out of the market by Wednesday. So typically my Sunday, like I would kind of know what I'm getting into and have everything analyzed and then I'll check to see like before I mean y'all know this, before you go to sleep, you kind of know if your trade gonna do something at London or not. So that let me know like okay, do I need to wake up a little bit earlier to look at the market before I go to the gym or like how do I like what's going on? But I'm gonna start making videos on my daily days. And 75 Hard helped me get back aligned with everything because for a moment, like Loyal was teething and it just was like he's very clingy, and then I wasn't getting no rest, and then still trying to go to the gym and do everything. Like Some days I have to work out downstairs in my house because some days he won't let me go. But I'm not the type of person, like I have to stay up to stay on the charts. I know myself to know that I'm not the type of person that can wake up in the morning that early and go straight to the charts and have a clear mind. Like I gotta get my adrenaline pumping because otherwise I'm gonna go to the charts sleepy as hell. So either I have to stay up and already be up, or I have to work out and then come back to it. So that's very key for me, because I can't wake up and go straight to the charts at 3 a.m. All right.
What's 75 hard, Jess?
75 hard is a disciplined regimen. You got to work out twice a day, every day. One of the workouts have to be outside, but that's really just the time me and Michael spend together. We just go on a walk together for 45 minutes, but it's two 45-minute workouts. You got to read 10 pages of a book per day. I try to read a chapter of a book per day because I don't like cutting chapters off in the middle of a chapter. Um, you got to
So,
drink a gallon of water per day. You can't drink any alcohol, but I don't drink no way, so that part doesn't affect me. And then you have to eat healthy. So the hardest part for me, honestly, for 75 hard is drinking a gallon of water a day because I hate drinking a whole bunch of water. It made me feel like I'm choking.
uh,
Yeah. Like it just like it's like too much. But yeah. Yeah, so that's been going good. I told myself that I'm gonna like even after the 75 days, I'm gonna do it longer because it definitely has me just back in alignment with everything in regards to like just having a structure. Structure is the most important thing. And I feel like when you have kids, your structure is all over the place because where my days, that's why I had to do it. But this is my second one that I'm doing. I
yeah.
did one in December, right after Loya was born, just to like try to get back to myself. And then this is the second one.
How many hours of sleep on average do
It's
you
a lot.
need?
6. I try
Six.
to go to sleep. I try to go to sleep by 9 p.m. for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Like I try to get the boys in bed by 8:30 to go to sleep by 9 so that I can have energy at 4 because that's 7 hours.
Yeah.
7. But sometimes I don't go to sleep exactly at 9. So it's sometimes I definitely try to be in bed by 10 though. Unless it's a Sunday. If it's a Sunday night, then I'm typically up. I would know the night before. For the most part, I would say three three Sundays out of a month, I stay up throughout the night. And then I will go to the gym at 4 a.m. and then sleep after that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
When you when you say you have to do 75 hard and you have to choose the hard thing, like just like you just we just did this meditation. What do you think? And what makes you choose? What makes it easy for you to choose the hard every time?
What you mean? Hold on, you just confused me real quick. You said when I have to choose the hard, because
Yeah,
75
you said doing
already
this.
got
Hmm.
75 hard already got all the rules.
Oh, I mean, with David Goggins, what he was saying, you have to choose
Oh,
the.
choose the hard thing. Like choose what makes you uncomfortable. So with trading for me, it was okay. Now remember when I told y'all that I would freak out having an account over 100,000. So I used to withdraw it back down to 50, get it back up, withdraw it back down to 50, get it back up. And then one of my friends, Q was like, sis, like you're never gonna make $100,000 in a day if you keep withdrawing to get to 100,000. And I'm like, you know what? That's a fact. Like you can't make $100,000 in a day if every time your account goes to $100,000, you're withdrawing it down. So just trying to, so my thing was constantly like upping my lot size or whatever the case may be, and training my mind to see those higher numbers. Like your thing could be whatever your lot size now is, increasing it by 0.5 each time. Every week, like put yourself on like a regimen, what you want it to be. Or your hard thing could be, I want to read a book a week. Like I've done that before too, where I remember they said the average person doesn't read not one book in a year. And I was like, I was on this thing for 3 weeks It was something with the 12. I don't remember, but I said for 3 months, 4 weeks, I was gonna read a book a week. And I did that. That was back in like 2020 though. The world was shut down, so it was easy to get that done. But yeah, but like you can just choose something that's gonna challenge you. Maybe that's what we should do next week. Everybody think about it this week. I want you to think about something that you've never done before that's going to challenge you, and we're gonna carry it through. And I'm gonna pick a timeline for us to do it together, but we're gonna carry it through for 21 days.
Ooh, what's that?
Okay. But everybody's thing can be different. But I want to know what they are. So we're gonna go over them next week. But think about it now, because everybody's life is different too. What's your thing for you that you want to get better at, achieve, overcome, trading wise? Like, what's your goals? Like, I want to make sure everybody's on their goal from January. Like, we had a plan, so just carrying everything through. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Thanks, Jess.